there. Make sure you tune in next week to Cattails.
Give us a bit of this one. Cattails.
Cattails.
Player in the Geelong side. Third ball over his head. Inside 50. Big opportunity here for Geelong.
Saturday, the Saints try to tame the Tigers at the Telstra Dome.
What a sensational goal!
What better way to farewell a champion as Nathan Burke steps out in his final game with the Saints? Richmond, St Kilda, Saturday on Fox Footy Extra.
After the break, it's time to get back to the yellow and black. Tiger TV, the Richmond Club Show, is up next.
Take a breath, everybody.
Your next MotoGP fix is coming.
And maybe it's just time to gather your thoughts and not just on the racetrack.
We're off to the Czech Republic.
Ross came through the field like a knife through butter.
See the 125s, 250s, and MotoGP.
Plenty of work still to be done before the barbecues and the beers can come out this evening.
We've given you plenty of time to prepare. Exclusively live, round 10 of the MotoGP. Sunday, August 17, Fox Sports 1.
This winter, one movie channel will rule them all.
The winter movie experience of your life.
Training Day, Serendipity, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
Movie One's turned up the heat.
Ocean's 11, Rockstar, AI, The Others, Ali.
Need more.
Mulholland Drive, Zoolander, The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. The one place to be this winter is Movie One.
Tigers into attack again. Tigers on a bit of a roll here at Subiaco. Towards the wing, but the numbers are all Richmond.
It's twisting back. I think it's a goal. It's a goal. Joe
Bowden onto his left boot, spears it into the pocket, looking for and finding Andrew Cracker. High kick towards half forward. Numbers there for both sides. Things starting to go Richmond's way.
G'day Tiger fans, welcome to another edition of Tiger TV. I'm Mark Dragosevic and my friend working under duress today is a little bit crook, is Adam Pickering. Good to see him out here. Well, we had a game, mate, on the weekend, Perth, the House of Pain. Couldn't come away with a win, but let's have a look at some of the highlights.
Troy Longmuir under a heavy tackle. Coming out the back was Newman. The Tigers look afield. They come to Chaffey. He's got space and time. Decides to kick straight away. Cracker through his hands. Was pushed underneath it. It's a foot race. Hayden is very quick. Well done under pressure. High tackle. And does he pay advantage? He does. Cracker goes back to Tivendale. Someone do something with some class. And Tivendale explodes with a goal. Thank heavens for that.
This game needs a heart starter. Ottens to Blumfield. To Johnson inside 50. Awkward bouncing ball. Woods. Hollands crashed through. Fleming. Here's Tivendale again from 55. Goes for home one more time and kicks his third. Tigers make a move.
Good effort, Richardson. He wants to give it off. He does to Coughlin. Should give it back to Richardson. Cap off a nice goal. Bit of class from Richo. This will inspire the Tigers. Brilliant stuff at both ends of the ground. Matthew Richardson.
Well, Shark, some terrific highlights there from the weekend's game. Let's now go and see what Danny Frawley had to say in the post-match press conference.
Fremantle are always going to be hard to beat over here, but we've probably had enough of good efforts. we need results, and the only result is a win, and we didn't get that today.
Become a mental barrier?
Oh, not really. It was just a few things we got away with. We had a bit of a chat about it after the game. It was probably between me and the players, and we know where we won and lost the game, and we've got to be a hell of a lot better at it next week. It just means we're not far away, but we've still got a long way to go.
You can see that the finals are now sort of...
Oh, yeah, they're
gone.
We talked about that. We talked about that as a group, and we've got an opportunity over the next 4 weeks to get something out of our season. We realise that that's the case. We had a chat about that.
Sorry, Johnson and Coughlin
Danny? What do you think of their efforts?
Yeah, I thought they were terrific. Yeah, I thought their hardness, their ability to win the ball for us. I thought Otten's getting double team was manful. You know, Stafford would have been sitting at home with his feet up. He would have been handy at some stages there today, but that wasn't to be. But you know, that's taking nothing away from Fremantle. They were too good in the day, and they had a real even performance. We thought we did too, and you know, probably the home ground advantage in the end told. When they kicked that goal, they lifted the crowd, and our boys kept at it. I thought, you know, they really did keep at it. I think that was a real pleasing sign. We play St Kilda next week, and they play tomorrow at Telstra at home, so it's a positive playing on a Saturday game. We get the opportunity to fly home tonight, and I'm sure the boys will rest up tomorrow, and we'll focus on what's going to be a big game next week.
Well, Shark.
Yes, Link.
Andrew Krakaouer, or Cracker as we like to call him, has been nothing short of an excitement machine ever since he earned his spot on the Richmond forward line.
Right, correct.
And Fox Footy's own Tiffany Cherry caught up with him for this feature story on where he's come from and where he's heading.
Goes under the right boot, goes across looking for his brother Jimmy. Jimmy from the edge, 20 metres out, pops it up in the air. He's gold.
Gives his forwards a chance. Cracker on death skill, snaps from 40, bouncing, goal, sensational stuff. Andy Cracker.
There's no doubt some of the Cracker magic still lives. 20-year-old Andrew, son of Jim Cracker, who in the 1980s formed a formidable partnership with his brother Phil for the Kangaroos, is in his third season of AFL. Looking at his slight frame, he's still a boy among men, but what he lacks in size, he makes up with flashes of brilliance, and it's no wonder, with his old man never too far away.
Magnificent.
He watches all the time, or if he can't watch it, he'll listen to it. He's got his radio there, he always tells me, so he rings me up probably 3 or 4 times a week, which is good. I have a good chat to him, and but the good thing about it, he always picks up what I'm doing wrong, so he's my best judge, I suppose.
In the mid-90s, Jim fell on the wrong side of the law and has spent the past 8 years serving a 16-year jail term in Perth. The experience has left his middle son with a burning desire to make the most of his opportunities and help others not so fortunate. Through the White Line program in Victoria's Juvenile Justice Centre, the young Cracker has spent time with some of his peers trying to make a difference.
Probably if I wasn't playing footy, I don't know, be somewhere on the similar line. So, and I sort of know where they're coming from, and they probably think I don't because I'm playing footy and that. But I've got a lot of friends and cousins like that, so it's sort of just good to get in there and have a chat to them and see how they're going and that. If you just make a difference just to one person, you speak to that many. If you just make a difference to one, it's a whole lot. Makes that whole lot of difference.
Last weekend, that same attitude helped make the difference for the Tigers' latest find, who hails from the same football club as Cracker, South Fremantle in Perth. In a stunning debut, 19-year-old Marty McGrath booted 5 goals as the Tigers arrested an 8-match losing streak.
They regard him as a very exciting prospect, and he has 2 goals on the boot.
Before the game, he was really, really nervous, and I was saying, come on, just don't worry about it. It's just another game of footy. Just think of it as like that. Just we're going out there doing the same thing. So just calm your nerves and don't worry about it, and just go and do what you're doing in the VFL. And he did that and had a good result.
10 goals were piled on between Cracker, McGrath and David Roden. Whatever Ben Holland didn't mark on his way to a career-best 6 goals, the Tigers' crumbing forwards pounced on. It's only very early days yet, but the great mates off the field have already shown they could well be thrilling the Richmond faithful for years to come.
Your dad and your uncle, there's a fantastic partnership there that during the 80s for the Kangaroos. Can you see you and Marty creating a partnership for the Tigers?
Yeah, but nothing quite like that, I think. But hopefully, just Marty and myself can just sort of be a bit in sync. And we know how we both play, so it's sort of, I don't know, it's sort of a good thing. We sort of got to know how our teammates play, but I don't know, just me and Marty sort of just know.
Well, Slink, time now for everyone's favourite segment, to Borderley Vintage Tigers. As we saw last week, Nathan Bauer ventured to the Dirty Dog Cup, a charity match which featured a lot of Tiger legends. We're going to have a look now who he caught up with in the rooms before the game.
Now, we've been lucky enough to be joined by LL Cool J, one of the rappers from Harlem.
Alias Puff Daddy.
Actually, take him off. It's Philip Egan, number 13 for Richmond, played in the 82 grand final. Jackie, you look as though you're in pretty good shape. You're pretty keen to get a kick out here today.
Oh, look, mate, I've been training for this just for about 3 or 4 weeks, you know. A few things in the body that juice me up so I can fly. I'm after a few blokes on the other side, actually. A few of those North Melbourne boys.
Now, after you left the Tigers, you went and had a stint at Melbourne, but then you went back to Mildura and played footy back there for a little while.
Yeah, I went bit of a coaching role up home with, helping out the local league and the local clubs. It was good fun, yeah.
Any hangers today?
No, I can't get out. If I can get above 2 inches, I'll be happy.
Now, you were sort of known more as a centreman. You're going to be spending more time on ball today, or I think the knees won't be able to hold out?
I'll be right. I reckon if I can float around the centre or half back and just cruise around, I'll be pretty happy.
Now, someone who always took his footy very seriously, and in the warm-up to a game like we're doing at the moment, you're sitting quietly, just preparing yourself mentally.
Yes.
The same sort of procedure now than what you went through a few years ago. Michael Pickering, I should mention.
Probably going to be a little short, I'd say. I've actually had a bit of a warm-up this morning because I'm a bit worried. I've got a stiff back and sore groin, and I know something's going to go today, so I'm not worrying too much about the warm-up. I've already had one. Yeah.
What sort of physical preparation have you had leading into this game?
Very little. I've got to say, I did have a bit of a kick early in the year at training at Justin, my brother's coaching Old Melburnians, and trained for a few nights, and I was that sore in the groin. I just thought no. So a few little jogs here and there, and that's about it.
Apart from perhaps going to watch the odd game, I know that a few years ago, as I was finishing up, you got back involved. What involvement with football have you got at the moment?
I'm actually, as I said, Justin's coaching in the amateurs, A-grade Old Melburnians, so I've been match day runner there. So, and Andrew, our younger brother's assistant coach, so we've been trying to stop Old Melburnians from sliding to B-grade, but it's not looking too good at the moment. So, no, just match day runner and helping out there. So I've got a couple of children who I've got weekend activities, so, priorities been lying there.
Well, I'll leave you to mentally refocus and look forward to seeing your actions out there. Thanks. Well, Paul Sarah, you were, I think you might have been a trivia question on the Tigers website the other day, a former Cat who came to the Tigers. It was obviously a pretty important part of your football career.
It was. It nearly worked out perfectly, getting the bullet from Geelong about 2 games into 80 and then almost walked into a premiership side, except for a broken cheekbone.
Now, I met you for the first time. It might have been last year, I think, and I think I might have told you then, but I'll tell you again now. I've got a scarf at home still with badges and names on it. Paul Sarah proudly displayed there. This is fantastic for me to come and see all these sort of guys here. It must be pretty good for you too.
It is, like Billy Barrett and the guys, and catch up all the guys from 1980 again, and Roachie and Emmett. But screw it, these things are fantastic. Not enough of this sort of stuff. I reckon they're great, and we all have a bit of fun like that from people, from Basher and guys you don't see, all the time. It's good, as long as we don't do a hammy and things like that. But
well, I was going to ask you about that because you know that if you play well today, they'll be asking you to play again next year, and you'll probably need 12 months to try and recover.
Mate, they've got no hope of me playing well today. I'm just out there to have a bit of fun and get a couple of kicks and drive Dale Waitman nuts like I used to, and just enjoy it,
Well, Slink, just like that camera work and your hairdo, there were some great vintage Tigers there, and there'll be plenty more vintage Tigers in the coming weeks from the Dirty Dog Cup. Well, mate, if you want to find out what's going on around the club, where do we go?
Tiger TV bulletin board, Jagger, you know that.
I do, sorry.
The final Tiger Fans Training Day for 2003 will be held at Punt Road Oval next Wednesday, August 13. From 4 o'clock onwards, watch the boys go through their paces at training, enjoy the free sausage sizzle, engage in a kick-to-kick session with the players, grab as many autographs as you want, and overall, just soak up the atmosphere at Richmond's famous home. It's a terrific way to get up close and personal with all your Tiger heroes. The Tigers are conducting guided tours of Punt Road Oval each Thursday from 10 in the morning until 4 o'clock. These special tours taking the many sites of the historic ground, including the museum, change rooms, gymnasium, the new swimming pool, and also the warm-up area. There's also an opportunity to have a kick of the footy on the sacred turf. Bookings are essential, so please call the club on 9426 4488. The Tigers' new swimming pool at Punt Road Oval is now open to the public. Hours of operation for the pool are 6 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. and also from 6 p.m. until 8 p.m. Monday to Friday. It's also open on Saturday and Sunday from 8 o'clock until 12 noon. The cost is $4 for adults and $3 for concession, with Richmond Football Club members receiving a 50% discount on production of a current Richmond membership card.
Well, Sharky, another episode of Tiger TV done here.
Yes, Link.
This Saturday night, we take on St Kilda at the Telstra Dome. It's a 7:10 p.m. start, so make sure you pack the thermos and your favourite blanket and head along to the ground to support the boys. If you can't, relax. You can catch all the action right here on Fox Footy. See you next week and go the mighty Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Spears it into the pocket, looking for and finding Andrew Cracker. High kick.
The Geelong side, third ball over his head, inside 50.